My name is Posunam Yuri. How are you doing? I am an author development consultant. My goal is to help you write a book of international standard and to also help you position your message for global impact. I have been training book writers for over 15 years, and I have learned a lot of lessons in the process. In my first video, I told you about my early experience in training writers in Nigeria. I started training writers in 2010. Okay, but I learned a lot as I move on. I discovered that many leaders, are really interested in writing, but there are many things they do not understand about writing. As I trained these leaders in writing, I eventually discovered that there's a difference between writing and book writing. And it became very important for me to be specific. So look at it this way. Anybody who has passed through school, should know how to write. We have been taught writing probably from the nursery level. So my goal, I discovered that it's not sufficient for me to say I am into training writers, because educated people can write. People know how to write. Those who are looking for writing principles, actually, they don't need me to teach them. But I did something that helped. I changed the focus from teaching writers to teaching book writers, because the main secrets of book writing are not in our formal schools. They are in the publishing world. Publishing is business, and because publishing is business, then there are hidden principles that you need to know if you want to write a good book. So as we move on, in training these leaders in book writing, I now discover that the African leaders, the scientific approach or academic approach, the paper presentation where you invite experts to deliver papers and to just talk. I realized that approach is good in information sharing, but not good in proper development of authors. So this is what I did. I now said to myself, okay, teaching somebody how to write a book is like teaching somebody how to cook. In my own view, the best way to teach somebody how to cook is to cook. Cooking is practical. So writing, the author's development must also be practical. So we now introduce what I call CMT. CMT. This CMT is specially designed for African writers. So the C is just an acronym. The C stands for challenge. The M stands for motivate. The T stands for train. So this is what we do. Instead of just moving into training them in professional writing, the first thing we do is to challenge them, because many of them are scared. Many of them, when you meet them, you see that because they think writing belongs to big people up there, they do not have the capacity to write. So the first thing we do is to challenge them. We share examples of people who have written. We challenge them. We wake them up from their sleep, from their slumber, and then they now believe that, yes, it is possible that we can do it. Remember, we are dealing with beginning authors in most cases. So the second part is to now motivate them. Tell them it is possible. Encourage them. Let them feel that, yes, we can do this. We can do this. Because in my own case, I didn't just start writing. I was also, a few people requested that I should write, convert my stories into a book for them to also use. So that was the beginning of my proper book writing experience. So, but the M is to motivate, and then the T stands for train. So CMT, challenge, motivate before you train. And CMT is what I am going to use in training you too. It's what I'm going to use as a consultant in helping you to develop your idea into a book of international standard. And then after, the writing the book, there are other platforms that we will help you to convert the book. A book is just a seed. A forest can be created out of it. So from there, we'll also help you to convert your book into a training center, into a conference, into different platforms, so that you can position your message very well for global impact. So next time you want to train African writers, remember CMT. Don't just move quickly into the scientific approach of giving methods here and there. It has to be practical. Remember, book writing is like teaching somebody how to cook, and cooking is practical. So teach practically, so that you can get the best result. I will tell you about what happened after we introduced the CMT approach. We also introduced something that may not be in the public market, but it's also helping us. And I will tell you about that in my next video. My name is Pusnam Yuri. I'm passionate about helping you write a book of international standard and to position your message as a leader for global impact. Be in touch.